Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is a good old Q&A. A lot of people have been asking me a few questions, so I thought this will probably be the best way to answer them. So I've got my little piece of paper here with the questions. So if you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at my questions. So first question is, what do you love most about your job? Oh, I'll probably say the reaction that I get from people. Like it's so hard to describe. Like when someone sees your images and they're so happy. I've had people cry. It's just so great. I think you have to love what you do. It's all great being paid for it, but the joy of it is coming from your clients being happy. So yeah, I'll definitely say that is probably the most enjoyable thing about my job. Oh, and also being able to travel sometimes too. That's pretty cool. How did I get into photography and the decision to quit work and go full time? Well, getting into photography. I was 17 years old and my parents got me a joint present and got me a camera. And it kind of went from there really. I remember getting the camera towards the beginning of December. And then on the 28th of December, I did my first photo shoot with my friends. And everyone was like, Jade, you're actually like good at this? And I was like, yeah. But at the time, it was still a hobby. Like, it's weird. Like, I look back at that time and I think to myself, did I know I would be where I am now? And probably not. And then a few months later, about 4 to 5 months later, my friend contacted me and was like, Jade, I want to do a photo shoot. I'll pay you. And she paid me £50. I remember at the time, I was so happy. I was like, oh my gosh, someone actually wants to pay me for what I do. But when I look back at it now, I definitely put more money in than I put out. But, you know, it's the start of something, I guess. And yeah, it kind of went from there really. That same year, 2011, in the summer, I sorted out my website, got my domain name, email. So literally from 2011, I've been really on point with those sort of things. And then yeah, 2013, I went to university. Then I dropped out 2015, and I went and got a full-time job at a betting shop. And yeah, so I was working 5 days a week and still shooting at the same time. And as the years went on, so I was there for 3 years. And as the years went on, I just realized that I can't give myself to a place for too long. It doesn't make sense. I'd rather give my all to my business rather than to a company. So I made the decision in, I think, May or June of 2018 to basically leave. And I must say, it's been really good. There are some days that are a lot harder than others, but I think that's most freelancers. We have these great months where, you know, we're making loads of money, we get lots of bookings, everything is great. And then you get those quiet months where you're not getting that. So yeah, I definitely think that that was pretty, you know, that was probably my turning point when I decided, yeah, it's time to leave the job. But yeah. Oh, next question. How have I successfully sustained a 10-year career in photography? Well, it's funny, like when I saw this question, I thought to myself, how do I answer this? Because I've had so many trials and tribulations. I've done testing, I've done collaborating. I think being consistent, being true to yourself, being true to your niche, just being humble, I guess. Oh gosh, I could list so many things. It's been really hard. I think knowing yourself and knowing what you want to do in your career is probably how I've been able to stay so consistent within it. I think sometimes because of social media, we are so quick to look at other people and wish that we're doing that same thing. And I think we sometimes have to remember that we are our own person. We are our own people, and we have to remember that we've got our own niches. So when I created my niche, I created, you know, that whole vibe of shooting influencers, shooting bloggers. It was something I researched, I looked into it. And I think that's what I do with a lot of my work. I research, I read, I look into it, I Google, I do all these things before I even attempt to do anything. And it's funny because, you know, I've done, oh gosh, yeah, 10 years. It's wild. This question is hard because I still feel like I can do more. I'm extremely proud of what I've done. I'm 26 now. Started when I was 17, but I have so much more I want to do. I want to take, I want to take things to another city and the rest of the country. I want to open up my own studio space. I have so much more I want to do. But I feel like I have to appreciate what I've done within the last 10 years of my career. And yeah, I think just being really consistent, being approachable to my clients has really, really helped. So yeah, that was a really good question. Oh gosh, it's hard, but yeah. How have you adapted to the changes in the industry? Oof. I don't think I've really adapted. I've just evolved. I think you don't have to change what you do. You can easily still be yourself and allow the rest of the industry to change around you. It's like when I first started, there wasn't many female photographers. I remember Ashley Jade and Rihanna Tamara. Those are the two that I really remember. And there was a lot of guy photographers, and I contacted so many of them to assist, to just work on set with them. And a lot of them said no. And I learned that was why I had to basically create my own world, do things for myself. It was one of the main reasons why I created Jkg Masterclass, because I didn't want other people to feel the way that I felt when I first started. So yeah, I think I've just learned to really adapt. I wouldn't say adapt, sort of just evolve. I'm going to use the word evolve, because I'm still doing the same things I was doing when I first started, really, but I've just learned more. I think asking questions, contacting brands that you potentially want to work with is a good way of just looking at the industry and thinking, okay, fine. So I'm not someone that would jump on something that's popular, because if it's not part of my ethos or part of my ethics or my niche, I'm not going to do it, because it doesn't make any sense to my brand. So for me personally, I just had to try and just stay within my my lane, but evolve, like a butterfly, caterpillar, butterfly. So yeah, that's what I would say. Ooh, good old question. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Rich, God willing. I would also say I want Jkg Masterclass to go global. Honestly, I think I want to teach. I want to inspire. I want people to grow up and be like, oh, I remember when I went to Jk's class back in 2000 and so. I want it to go on for centuries. I want Jkg Masterclass to go to other cities, other countries. I want to work with brands, and yeah, I think that's definitely something I'd love. Jkg Photography, as me, I want to shoot with, more brands. Just keep on continuing to work with the clients I do have. Oh gosh, and I think my biggest one is I want to open up my own studio. To have the freedom to have my own space would be wonderful, and I think God willing, when the time is right, I'll have that. So yeah, definitely I think yeah, that's what I'd like for the next 5 years for my career. Yeah. Ooh, this is a good one. Free work and collabs. Now guys, I'm gonna make this very clear. Collaboration. No matter how many people are involved, they must all benefit from this. Now, if one person doesn't benefit from it, then that means it's no longer a collaboration. You guys are gaining more than that person is. So I still do collaborations, free work also, but it really depends on if it's something I really want to do, if it's something I haven't done before and I want to try it out, something new for my portfolio, then yes, like I contact makeup artists sometimes and I look at their page and I realize, okay, they do a lot of full glam. And I'll be like, oh, have you ever looked into maybe doing some more this side of stuff? Is there anything you've wanted to do but you haven't been able to do it because you're doing clients and things like that? And it gives them the opportunity to create, which means we now have content per se. Another thing is that free work or testing, whatever it is really good. My friend Gavin, he once said to me that test for what you want to be booked for. So for example, if you want to be booked for more beauty, shoot more beauty. If you want to be booked for more fashion, shoot more fashion. So for me, I realized this year that I wasn't being booked enough for beauty work and portraits. So I did a few tests and it actually enabled me to be booked for these things. Sometimes you have to be proactive. You can't expect people to book you for something if they're not seeing it. We're in an age, we're in a world where people like visual interpretation. They want to see it. So if they're not seeing it, unfortunately, on the gram or on your website, then apparently you don't do it. So yeah, I think also that don't allow these pictures to go to waste. Let them, you know, publish them. There's so many magazines around, guys, so many online magazines, print magazines that accept submissions. There's so many. I will drop a few down below of a few magazines that I've submitted before or been featured in that are really, really good. And as long as you read the specs and stuff and your images align with that, then submit them. But as I said, there's so many magazines around that you'll definitely find one that, you know, is part of is part of you. So yeah, I would say you know, there will become a time in your career when you realize that I no longer need to do any free work no more. I no longer need to do so many collabs. And I personally can't tell you when to do that, but you're just going to know inside. You're going to know that, okay, you know what, this is time for me to now stop doing that. And it's okay. It means that you're growing as a photographer or growing as a creative. And so yeah, I think when I got to that stage, I was like, okay, I'm not going to do so much anymore, the free work, whatever. And especially it's like I get a lot of messages and emails asking about free work, and it's mostly things that I do on a regular basis. So for me personally, I wouldn't do something that's free if I get paid for it a lot. And it would have to be something I've never done before, something I've always been interested in. Well, then I, you know, consider collaborating or, you know, doing a free shoot. So yeah, so I really enjoyed that. Ooh. If you guys have any more questions, let me know down below so that I can do a Q&A part 2. But yeah, I think that's it, guys. I'm trying to think what video I should do next. Let me know what you want to see from me. I'm trying to stay busy. I'm trying to, you know, give y'all some content. So let me know exactly what it is you would like from me. And then, yeah, we can go from there. But yeah, no, you know, thank you guys so much for the response from yesterday's video. Yeah, I'm really, really enjoying this strange journey. Don't forget to subscribe, like, jump on my Instagram at Jkg Photography. Go onto my website, www.jkgphotography.co.uk. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a lovely week, and hopefully I will see you soon. Bye.